Hey everybody, this is Dean DaCosta, the Search Authority, and what we're going to do here, we're doing Facebook Sourcing 3.0. The reason we're doing 3.0 is, well, Facebook. That's all I got to say. So let's start with this search. Um, if I put in something like developer, and then I put in Amazon, and then I put in Seattle, let me show you what happens here. We're going to get some results. Don't get me wrong, obviously, but obviously once we get here, we want to get to people. And when we get to people, you're going to notice something. And the things you're going to notice is it's not really going to be all that much or all that clean. You got a president of Rep Candy and all these other things. But what you are going to notice is over here on the left, some check boxes that might help us just a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to go back up here and make some changes. And instead of having Seattle and all this stuff, we're actually going to remove all this, at least inside of Facebook. And we're just going to do developer. I'm going to rerun this search. We're still in people, so that's good. So then we're going to come over here and pick things. We're going to pick Seattle. So that's going to get us narrowed down to Seattle. And then down here, we're going to choose a company and we're going to pick Amazon. And now we've got a bunch of different ones. We can do Amazon corporate because it's the only one that makes any sense for us. And we're going to wait. And herein lies the problem. Nobody. And therein lies the problem with using the checkboxes. The reality is the checkboxes are not really as accurate as we'd like. So I'm going to try again. We got these are the only three we have. So it's like, which one is it? Is it the spheres, the spheres, the spheres, Amazon Fresh, Amazon 4 star, whatever that is. So we're going to add the spheres and see what it does. Nothing. So in there lies the problem. Using that while using the location is fantastic, using the company not so much. So now we're going to go back up here again, only this time we are going to add in Amazon. And but no Seattle because we've already designated Seattle. No reason to, or any city. It really doesn't matter. I'm just not going to worry about it. So once we get there, we got this, and this, while not 100% accurate, oh, well, we got to add our city again. Let's add our city again. And this, while not 100% accurate, obviously he's the president of Rap Candy, probably worked at Amazon at one time. And as you can see, a lot of them are correct, a few aren't. My guess is they either were at Amazon and or are and were and Facebook showing the wrong thing, whatever. So long story short, if you want to get this group of people, you're going to scroll to the bottom. Now, obviously, it's going to have an infinite scroll, so you're going to use any one of a plethora of tools that I've spoken about many times that can get you all the way back, all the way down to the bottom of the list. Scroll this particular one, which is called Scroll It, is my favorite. It works. It gets you where you want to go, and it just keeps going until you're done. Once you've done that, you have two choices. Choice number one is Swordfish. Swordfish is sitting right here. Will grab everything you need and everybody you need, try to find you contact information, everything, which is fantastic. Toy number two is Zap Info. Do the same thing. It'll grab everybody, then it'll go ahead and try to get your contact information. You're good to go. Now, one thing to note here is you'll notice how the way this is set up and how it's a little weird. It's not clean. If you take everything off from the www dot off and then you type in one and a dot and push enter, what you're about to do is get this. This is the mobile version of Facebook. And as you can see, it's a lot cleaner, a little bit more info available to you. Just definitely without a doubt, something worth looking at doing. All the rules work the same. Zap Info works, Swordfish works, Data Miner will work. Everything's the same, just those things change. So we're going to go back now and we're going to show you, we see we're still mobile. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out and show you another way to search within Facebook before we get to some really cool stuff. And so here we go. So this is an interesting thing to me. I'm going to put in the word Java and developer, and then I'm going to say open. Now, what I'm doing is I want groups. This is where groups come in really handy. Now, I want public groups because if they're public, you can see everybody. If they're private, it's a little bit harder. We don't want to get into harder. Um, and here we go. So let's pick one. It really doesn't matter. Let's pick Java developers for Java for developers and just open that bad boy up. Okay, this is all fine, but what we want to do is come over here. You see it has discussion, events, all that. We want members first and foremost because members get you this. There's 84,000 members. And if you see all the admins, you get down here, you see all your friends. But if you get down here and keep going, new to the group, that is going to be an alphabetical, excuse me, not an alphabetical, but chronological list of everybody in the group from when they joined. And you can do infinite scroll all the way down. And again, you use Swordfish, you use ZapInfo, you use Data There are videos in my YouTube page on how to use all of them, so I'm not going to go into details there. So there are always ways, and this is it. But we're not done. The other thing you want to look at is events. They might be having some events, and if the events are open to the public, there may be a list of like get together for job developers. Let's check that bad boy out. Let's see. Hosted, we got a hosted by and look and about oops, excuse me, we got a hosted by. This is in London. We got a whole bunch of people following it, which is really cool because that's what you can now get a listing of all the people. And then, of course, we have information up here about it, which means we can probably go there. Maybe there's a chance a list of who's attended, all sorts of neat stuff. So there are always other things you can do in here. So I want you to keep that in mind. But there's more. There's always more. So let me show you. We've got X-raying. X-raying is a strong possibility, but X-raying for Facebook's a little different than it used to be. We have to use some more advanced Boolean operators. And so what we're going to do here, as soon as this thing lets me move, it might be I'll get out and I'll get back in again. Let it get all the way in before I start moving. Sometimes that causes a problem. All right. Oh, it doesn't want to let me move. It's just freezing up on me. That's not good. We'll try it one more time. And what we'll do is we'll move right away because I kind of know where I'm looking. It's somewhere right down in this area right there. That's what we want right there. It's being silly. I just love it when things don't work the way I want to work. So you know what? I have another plan. I always have another plan. And what where other plan is, we're going to use Microsoft Edge. Yes, the new improved Microsoft Edge that actually allows you to have Chrome extensions and all sorts of neat stuff. Oh, and it's jamming too. So that tells me it's, oh, it's still loading. That might not be the problem then. It's still loading. So let's get out of here and let's get in again, let it load. And while it's playing around, let me get over here. Oh, now it's letting me work over here in Chrome. I guess I just need to give it time. Nope. As soon as I get down here, it's not letting me do anything. So exit page, we're going to just get out of the page. It's probably start.me causing the problem. Oh, snap. That tells me it's start.me. That's the problem. And here we go. Okay, we're down here now. We're getting somewhere. All right, so let's see here. Right there. Now, when I open this up, what you notice, I have site colon Facebook. So I am X-Rank, Seattle Engineer Amazon, around 10 to present. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what I'm saying is find me the words Seattle Engineer Amazon within 10 words before or after present. Anything present is going to be relevant. So if you look, you got right there, look at that very first person. Software development engineer, Seattle, Amazon's in there somewhere, I'm sure. You just can't see AWS, so you know that he's Amazon, there's Amazon, here's Amazon, I mean, these are all Amazon people, 7,320 of them. There we go. And from here, again, the same thing. You have ZapInfo, you have Swordfish, you have Data all of which can grab all these people for you, enhance a little bit, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now, there's that. Now, keep in mind, there are plenty of Boolean building tools you can use. You can use ZapInfo has a Boolean building tool. Bool has a Boolean building tool, just to name a few. There are plenty out there. Now, there's more. We're going to go into this. Now, this is a thing, as you can see, it's open source intelligence by Michael Bezel. He's one of the leading OSINT people. I actually got certified with him, and I did some stuff together. Um, these are a set of tools that you get access to if you buy his book. Before you buy his book, I highly recommend you buy mine, OSINT for the Staffing World, so you understand what OSINT really is and everything you need to know to protect yourself and everything. Then get his book. My book's more of a beginner level book. His is more of an advanced book. So my book will help you with his. It can be found on Amazon. Again, OSINT for the Staffing World. But here's Facebook. And you look at all the stuff you can do with Facebook. You can search by terms, you can search by profile, specific data, username, all sorts of neat stuff. So Facebook is not the big mystery that everybody makes it out to be. It's just not. It is harder than it used to be, but it's not undoable. And I just went through a few things you can do to search in Facebook. And now I'm going to show you one more. Of all the tools out there that help you search within Facebook, most of the sourcing tools, like a Seek Out, like a Hire Tool, like all the others, most of them, not all, basically what they do is they open up Facebook or they open up Google and search for you. If it opens up Facebook, it's probably not going to get you a whole lot of information because what it's going to show you is wrong. Meaning based on what we know is change graph search going away, it's wrong. If it opens a Google search, it will get you results. Not as good as what I showed you with my X-ray because my X-ray is different, new, it's more advanced, and it works much better. If I just did a simple, and let's go in here, if this is the difference in what I would have gotten if I just did it the normal way of doing it without the advanced operator, Facebook.com, Seattle, Amazon developer. This is what I get. Okay, you notice you get this. This is junk. 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 You've gotten out of this whole first, you got actually one person out of two people out of this whole first page, which when I did my search with the around operator, I got all real people. So be careful. Most of these tools are doing that, except for one. This one, Facebook. So we're in Facebook search in Seek Out. I'm going to look for a nurse. Now, keep in mind, I'm just looking for the word registered nurse. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in RN because we do, RN also stands for regular nurses. Let's see what we get. I already know, by the way. 1,340. Now, is that all the registered nurses in Seattle? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it depends on if we're talking only in Seattle. It's quite conceivable that these are all the ones that just mentioned Seattle. If I put Seattle or Tacoma, I'm sure I'd get more, or Seattle or something else. But is it all of them? Possibly. You don't know. There might be a lot of registered nurses that just don't put, they just put nurse. Doesn't matter though. That's 1,340. I guarantee you, if this isn't all of them, between those 1,340, they know all of them. So either way, you're going to get what you want. But this is really, 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 really good search. And what's best is you're in Seekout, which means you can just save them to your folder. Let's let the folder go ahead and update them and do all that. Really, really, really good Facebook. So there you go. These are your methods for Facebook right now that work the most. You've got the in Facebook, which still can work, although not as well or as clean as can. Changing over to the mobile view to give you a little better idea of what it looks like. Then you have the Boolean I built, or using ZapInfo or Bool or any of these other Boolean building tools that are available. And then, of course, you have Seek Out. And then, of course, you have the IntelliTechniques Facebook search. Now, the reason why I say the one thing really good about these tools, as you can see, it has other places you can search, so keep that in mind. But anyway, long story short, this is, I guess, Facebook Sourcing 3.0, latest and the greatest. My name is Dean DeCosta, the Search Authority. May the source be with you.